in changing the environment, you can certainly reduce the impact of the behaviours, the challenge. You can reduce the severity of it. The happy outcome might be that it stops altogether. Okay, but it wouldn't be the goal that we would set. So what are some examples of environmental changes we've made? In order to do that, you have to understand what we mean when we talk about the environment. The environment in the context of behaviours that challenge is everything that's outside the person. So inside the person, we call the internal environment. That's pain, that's physiology, that's thoughts, that's trauma, that's distress. The external environment is everything that's outside my person. And that will be the lighting, that will be the temperature, that will be the noise, but it will also be the people that are in the environment with me, and the social environment, the physical environment, etc. So some simple changes in a children's respite service. We had all of the staff couldn't wear any perfume sprays, perfume deodorants, anything like that, because we had a couple of there were twins actually who were very sensitive to smell, and actually the smell of the perfume or the smell of the deodorant causes the children to be distressed, and then they went looking for the source of the smell in order to get rid of it, and invariably that resulted in aggression on their part. So staff have to wear neutral deodorant, neutral smells. Lighting, we would look at for autistic people. Autistic people will tell us that certain lighting can cause them difficulties, particularly fluorescent lighting. So we might change the lighting structures in the service, and hopefully partner with the person we're supporting in order to find out what works best for them. A lot of times, people will advise, well, lighting systems that are dimmable and soft lighting. Floor coverings sometimes can be an issue. So certainly in one of the services, simple things like putting I suppose soft covers on the chair, on the legs of chairs, so when the chairs are pushing back on us on a hard floor, they're not scraping and scratching. Keypad access, making sure that people have access to different areas of the house, because in some such situations you'll have a compatibility issue where some clients are there who maybe can't access certain areas of the house and other clients can. So we can set up a system where maybe with a thumb keypad or a thumb access, that the clients that are safe to go into those areas can freely access them, and those that aren't cannot. Other environmental aspects, we have put I suppose we would call it one-way contact paper. It's almost like what you would see on a racing car, like a tinted window. And sometimes we might put that, we've put that onto a window for a gentleman who might engage in some sexualized behavior in his bedroom. But we want him to be able to see out, but we don't want people to be able to see into his bedroom. So we've used something like that. So does that eradicate the behavior? No. Does it facilitate a situation where he can engage in the behavior, but he's not distressing other people? Absolutely. So the environmental stuff, simple little environmental changes can have a very significant impact on people's behaviours that challenge. And I suppose that's what we would do. We would, as part of the assessment, we would look at the environment and see, well, what's helping here or what's hindering the person's situation.